20 of the strongest militaries around the world. Number 1, the United States of America. A lot can be said about the United States, and one of the most successful parts of the US is its military background as well as its success. The position of most powerful military in the world must go to the United States. The US possesses a staggering budget of $601 billion. With this budget, the US military has been able to make advances for bettering of the country and ensure the safety of everyone in the country. Number 2, Russia. For years, Russia has been known for its brutal military power. They have grown in size when it comes to manpower and tank count, and have always taken their defense and safety into account. Not only is Russia known as the second strongest military in the entire world, they also have the most tanks of any army, 15,398 to be exact. Their budget runs at $84.5 billion, an absolutely great amount of money to take from when it comes to improving military standards. Number 3, China. Over the years, China has grown in size and knowledge as their military has continued to advance and prosper. Speaking in a sense of manpower, China is considered to be the largest army in the world with an active man count of 2,333,000. Also known as the world's second largest tank fleet, China possesses 9,150 tanks. They are known for their 2,860 aircrafts as well and house a large number of submarines, that number being 67. Number 4, Japan. Japan has a vibrant history of military prowess, so it's no surprise that its military is considered one of the most powerful in the world. However, Japan's military is actually quite small. But what makes them so well versed is the fact of machinery and how well stacked they are with their devices at their disposal. Their budget is $41.6 billion, a far stretch from what most people might think. They also have 247,173 members in their military ready to fight when necessary. Number 5, India. Apart from China and the United States, India holds the most manpower at a staggering 1,325,000. With that kind of power comes great structure and a means to protect. India's budget is at $50 billion, leaving them with lots of money at their disposal. There are 6,464 tanks in their possession and 1,905 aircrafts ready to use when the need arises. Number 6, France. France has been known for sending their forces throughout Africa in order to obtain a stable government in certain areas and keep away all forms of extremism. And in order to achieve these objectives, France keeps up with their skill and their military, assuring the safety of their country and anyone they decide to help. France has a budget of $62.3 billion and an active duty number of 202,761. Number 7, South Korea. With North Korea's reputation and aggression, it seems that South Korea held no other choice when it came to improving their military forces. The budget for South Korea's military is marked at $62.3 billion with a number of 624,465 in manpower. The army they possess leaves little in the way of surprise. They possess an amazing 2,381 tanks, 1,412 aircrafts, and 13 submarines. Number 8, Italy. Contrary to what many may believe, Italy has a rather large military. The budget is $34 billion, and with a high amount, comes a few more military items. Their frontline members come in at a large 320,000 number that reigns with strong soldiers. 586 tanks are there for them to use if it were to become a necessity, with 760 aircrafts with which they can keep the peace. Number 9, the United Kingdom. By 2018, the UK expects to reduce the size of its army by 20%, however, that doesn't mean the UK will be lacking when it comes to their armed forces. In 2020, the UK military plans to put an aircraft carrier the size of 4.5 acres. The carrier will be called the HMS Queen Elizabeth and will carry 40 F-35B Joint Strike Fighters all across the ocean. Number 10, Turkey. In the eastern part of the Mediterranean, Turkey exists as one of the largest military powers. Known to be a member of the F-35 program, also known as the Joint Strike Fighter program, they take their aircraft weapon systems very seriously. Their budget exists at $18.2 billion, with an extreme front line of 410,500, a large amount of manpower. Number 11, Pakistan. One of the largest military powers in the world, regarding active duty members, is Pakistan. At an amazing 617,000, Pakistan's military force doesn't joke around. They have a pinned budget of $7 billion but have spent their money wisely with 2,924 tanks, 914 aircrafts, as well as 8 submarines. Number 12, Egypt. The first thoughts that come to mind when thinking of Egypt are pyramids displayed through the desert sands, the Sphinx which sits as a monument for anyone to see. However, what we don't think of is Egypt's military, and they have quite the setup. Their budget runs in at $4.4 billion, and the running active duty soldiers comes to a large 468,500. Manpower certainly isn't lacking within the country's borders. Number 13, Taiwan. While Taiwan is known for a great many things, one of their greatest attributes is their military. In their determined efforts to one day take back China, the country they are so threatened by. And it is because of the threat that Taiwan has taken extreme measures to ensure the safety of their country, as well as the hopeful takeover of China one day. Number 14, Israel. Another military system that seems rather small in comparison to the others around the world is Israel's military. They possess a budget of $17 billion and keep 160,000 people in active duty, a number that shows Israel has the manpower necessary to protect their own. Number 15, Australia. Australia is an amazing country that many consider to be a paradise. When someone mentions military actions, the last country to come to mind is Australia. While their military is rather small, they pack a punch with their submarine, cruisers and attack helicopters. Number 16, Thailand. Because of a massive overthrow of power, Thailand is currently running under the control of Thailand's military. They're a strong force with a budget of $5.39 billion and 722 tanks. While they do have aircrafts, they unfortunately do not have an aircraft fleet, but that does not take away from the glory of 573 aircrafts. Unfortunately. Number 17, Poland. Talk about a lot of tanks. Poland has 1,009 while possessing a budget of $9.4 billion. That's quite a lot of tanks for the budget. There are 120,000 active soldiers, 467 aircrafts, and 5 submarines that protect and serve this beautiful country. Poland takes their military operations and the safety of their country very seriously. Number 18, Germany. Prior to what many may believe, Germany does not possess an aircraft carrier. But that doesn't steal it away from making it onto the list. At a budget of $40.2 billion, Germany spends its money wisely and keeps its country safe with 179,046 soldiers active and making sure everything stays in check. With 4 submarines, 408 tanks, and 663 aircrafts. Germany simply doesn't mess around. Number 19, Indonesia. Indonesia is a country that holds a rather strong military force. While their budget, which is at $6.9 billion, is a little lower than most military forces, they make up for it with 476,000 serving the country and working hard to make sure threats are eliminated and peace of mind is assured. Also, having 468 tanks at your disposal doesn't hurt the ego either. 20 of the strongest militaries around the world. Number 20, Canada. Canada is an amazing country, and with a military budget of $15.7 billion, its military can surely afford its necessary equipment. And while the military is filled with many great attributes, their active duty list is rather small. At 92,000 active soldiers, the number is smaller than average, but it doesn't take away from the fact that Canada can pack a punch if need be.